Have you ever wondered, in a world where power resides, what secrets linger in the shadows? Power, an enigma in itself, is a double-edged sword. It's an entity that can construct empires, yet in the same breath it can also bring them crashing down. The world we live in is a chessboard, with power as its most coveted piece. Those who possess it can command and influence, but with it comes a shadow, a constant companion that breeds secrets and intrigue. This shadow is not an entity of darkness, but a reflection of the complexities that power encompasses. It's a clandestine dance of alliances and betrayals, a web of secrets spun in the silent corners of the world. Yet the shadow is not just a silent observer, it's an active player manipulating the strings of power, weaving its own narrative. Power, indeed, is a fascinating and complex element that shapes our world. But what happens when it intertwines with shadows and secrets? Behind closed doors, a different world exists, a world of deals and bargains, of loyalties bought and sold. In this clandestine realm, power is the currency of choice, and its influence is felt in every whispered conversation and veiled transaction. This is a world where the intoxicating allure of power can lead to a spiral of corruption and political intrigue. Power in its purest form is neutral. It's a tool, a resource. But in the hands of those who crave it, power can become a weapon, a means to an end. It's a tool that can be wielded to manipulate relationships, trust, and even the course of history. Consider the concept of loyalties bought and sold. It's a chilling phrase, isn't it? It suggests a world where trust is a commodity, where alliances are fluid and can shift with the tides of power. In the halls of power, behind those closed doors, relationships are often transactional. Loyalty, trust, camaraderie, these become bargaining chips in a high-stakes game of strategy and survival. But it's not just about the personal relationships. The ripple effects of these backroom dealings can have far-reaching consequences. Policies, legislation, the very fabric of our societies can be shaped or warped by the machinations that occur behind closed doors. It's a game of chess played on a global scale, and the players are often unseen, their moves hidden in shadows. However, it's important to remember that power in itself is not inherently corrupt. It's the misuse of power, the unchecked ambition, the disregard for ethical boundaries that tip the scales towards corruption. The lure of power can be strong, but the potential for misuse is equally potent. And so behind these closed doors, the true nature of power reveals itself, often shrouded in corruption and intrigue. The world behind these doors may be hidden from sight, but its influence is undeniable. It's a world that shapes our collective destiny, a world where power resides, shadows linger, and secrets entwine. So we must strive to understand it, to shine a light on the shadows, and to hold those in power accountable. The impact of corruption and political intrigue is far-reaching, affecting not just the powerful, but the powerless as well. Like a ripple in a pond, the effects of these clandestine actions spread far and wide, destabilizing societies, creating disparities and hindering progress. Corruption, the illicit exchange of power and resources, can undermine the very foundations of a society. It can erode trust in government, breed cynicism, and foster a culture of impunity. When the powerful engage in corruption, they not only enrich themselves, but also exacerbate inequality. The rich get richer, and the poor get poorer, creating a vicious cycle that can be incredibly hard to break. Political intrigue, on the other hand, is a game played behind the scenes, where the rules are often unwritten and the stakes are high. It's a complex web of power struggles, alliances, and betrayals. This can lead to instability, as leaders focus more on maintaining power than on serving the public. It can also lead to policy paralysis, where the fear of political fallout prevents necessary action. These elements can also hinder progress. Resources that could be used for public goods and services are instead diverted for personal gain or political advantage. This can slow development, stifle innovation, and perpetuate poverty. But it's not all doom and gloom. We can mitigate these issues through transparency and accountability. Transparency shines a light on the shadows, making it harder for corruption and political intrigue to thrive. Accountability ensures that those who abuse their power are held to answer for their actions. Both are essential for a healthy, functioning democracy. In the end, it is up to us, the people, to demand transparency and accountability, to shine a light on the shadows, and to ensure that power serves the many, not the few.